The Lanier Prize is named in honor of Sidney Lanier, the Macon native who became the best-known Southern writer in the post-Bellum period. The 2016 Lanier Prize winner is Wendell Berry. Place is crucially important in Mr. Berry's work. He's written a series of novels and short stories set in Port William, Kentucky, that depict the changes that have happened in small agricultural communities over the course of the 20th century.
Well, if I hadn't known Port Royal, I wouldn't have imagined Port William. But there are differences. But it's sort of been a question of writing about people who love each other, and they're not perfect, and they suffer sometimes very, very badly. But the idea of a membership of people who are trying to love each other. I wrote over the last several months a long essay that started to be about 20 pages and wound up nearer 80, called The Presence of Nature in the Natural World, a Long Conversation. Eventually, provoked by attacks on Western culture as founded upon a supposedly biblical permission to humans to use the earth and its creatures in any way they might please, I read through the Bible to see how far it might support any such permission, or if, on the contrary, it might impose on humans the obligation to take good care of a world both given to them as a dwelling place and as to the other creatures, and to which they had been given as caretakers. I found, of course, Genesis 1:28. Be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the fowl of the air and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth, which is the verse the detractors have found and is pretty much the sum of their findings. But I also found that the Bible as a whole is a context that very sternly qualifies even the dominion given in Genesis 1:28. And I found many verses and passages that even out of context require humans to take the best possible care of the earth and its creatures. But it is possible for materialist environmentalists, as for many professing Christians, to read and not see, even to memorize a passage of language and not know what it says. And now most people are too distracted automotively and electronically to know what world they're in, let alone what the Bible might say about it. Electronic technology is dividing us up, it seems to me, and I think a lot of technologists are now beginning to worry about it. People standing around all by themselves talking. I mean, I think Christianity is very tired right now. It's worn out with itself, and it's because it's been talked about too easily, too long, too vindictively toward sinners. It's just been worked to death. And I don't like it takes me a lot of working up to use the word God, for instance. It's just been exhausted by overuse, easy use.